Magic 107.3. I have a very special guest in the building. Luenell, welcome back.
I'm so glad to be back.
I'm so happy to see you. You look
Hi,
good as
Kansas
always.
City. Thank you for early in the morning.
Exactly. And your nails are always on fleek. Let's see. Oh, she's got the rhinestones.
Swarovski crystals.
Oh, excuse me.
Now.
Swarovski.
Rhinestones are one thing and Swarovski is another.
Exactly. Tell them about that. If you guys want to tune in, you can see it on our YouTube and Twitter, Instagram, all for it.
Or they can see them in person at the Kansas City Improv
You're going to be at the Improv this weekend.
Yeah.
I have the times because I always ask Amanda. So Friday, 7 and 10, Saturday, 7 and 10, and then Sunday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, basically.
ImprovKC.com is where you can get your tickets. So, Luenell, let's start this off. I saw that you posed this year for Penthouse Magazine.
Absolutely, positively did.
And I saw that you were doing the damn thing, girl.
Yeah, here's the centerfold photo right here, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Is it the one with the graffiti?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show it to your audience.
Now, I worked at Victoria's Secret for the longest time, so I know about sexy, and I saw you in a little black negligee. The little see-through number.
It didn't come from damn Victoria's Secret, though. They don't have that size. They don't have that size of Victoria's Secret.
I love it. I love it. You look good.
Thanks, boo.
Okay.
I had a 6-page spread, so this is just
a 6-page spread?
Yes, ma'am, a 6-page spread.
Wow.
It's in the last month's edition, people. I don't know if you can see it online, maybe, or order it online. It's the April Fool's edition of Penthouse Magazine. Last month it came out, and very, very successful.
Well, congratulations on that. So tell me, is it as is it just like laying out? Because my aunt, she posed for Dove magazine. It was a nude shoot. And she told me that it was hard work posing nude. Now, how was your experience posing with Penthouse magazine? Was it as glamorous?
Long. The shoot was like 16 hours long.
16?
Yeah, for like about 5 different looks. Like I said, it's a 6-page spread. So, you have to change your outfit, change your wig. I wore wigs and change your eye makeup. So that takes a while. Then they have to dress the set and do the camera lighting levels and this and that. And so, yeah, it takes a long time. It was, and to do that graffiti on my back part.
I was going to ask about that.
He outlined it in the pose that I was in. And then I got to lay down and he did the color. And then I had to get back up again so he could do the gold trim and stuff. So that took 3 hours in a room like this. It was cold.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was miserable.
Naked and cold.
Naked and cold. That's where they want us. But I had a blanket on the front of me while he worked. It was cold, though. And in the bathtub, I have a bathtub picture as well. Matter of fact, I think it's on my Instagram. If you go to @Luenell, Luenell, you can see it on my gram. And the bathtub picture was annoying as well because I thought I was going to get a nice hot bath.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Splash around in the bubbles. But boo, no. There was no water in the tub at all. And it was just a bubble machine that made the doggone bubbles. And I was really annoyed.
So what kind, did they use like Bath and Body Works or some nice type of bubble bath for you?
Probably Tide.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe Tide. Yeah, it was a drag. But it came out beautiful. So the end result was amazing.
So is that something that you've always wanted to do?
No.
No? I don't know. Like,
No, I've never been a big nudie picture taker, even when I had the rock body. But there are some nudes, out there. Matter of fact, I ran into the guy who shot my only nudes maybe about 4 years ago. He hit me on Facebook. We had a clandestine meeting, and he gave me the photos, so I have them now.
Okay.
And that's what I taught my daughter. I said, don't be a third-generation nude picture taker. Because she's got a rocking body, too. I know she's probably going to or had to. But my aunt in Chicago had passed away many years ago. We were cleaning out the house. I came across some nudes of her. So she was naked. I'm naked. We have to break the cycle. Break the chain.
Hey, but I mean, if your daughter chooses to do it,
just no vagina, please.
Okay,
no
yeah.
Vagina.
Just make it tasteful.
Right. Just
classy.
like in the pictures that I did. Like I always tell everybody, my disclaimer: there was no coochie or booty hole harmed in the photo shoot of Penthouse Magazine.
And you heard it first here on Magic 107.3.
Yeah.
So I always see you. You're hanging out with all the Snoop, Bishop Don Juan. one of my friends, D-Lay. I see you with all the guys. So tell me what it's like to be a female comedian, because I saw you have an upcoming project with VH1. Is that correct? All jokes aside?
No, that's not correct.
No?
I don't have anything coming up with VH1. I think if I did it, all jokes aside, it's probably old.
Okay.
I just did a cameo in what's going to be one of the biggest movies next year, the remake of A Star Is Born.
Okay,
and
congratulations.
I was with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, who I had worked with before. I did a movie called All About Steve. That was a Sandra Bullock film. And that's when I worked with Bradley Cooper before. Mm-hmm. And then I also am in the Beyonce and Lady Gaga telephone video.
Okay.
So I had worked with both of them before. I just did a little quick cameo, and that movie will be out September of 2018.
Okay, so next year.
What it's like to be a female comic? Well, it's not. It's not for the weak. Really, you got to be pretty thick-skinned and pretty tough because these guys are alpha males, and they're not your boyfriend, and so they're not really always carrying your bag and doing all that stuff. And you got to be not a whiner, and you really need to actually be a beast. Like this guy used this phrase about me last week. He said, "But the thing about you, Luenell, is you're dude funny." He said, "You're dude funny, like funny like a guy." I guess that's what it is, and I think to really cause a buzz in this industry, you do have to be like sort of edgy or something that everybody loves. You can't just be a girl comic for girls. You have to be a girl comic that guys and girls like, and enjoy, because it's men and women in the audience. I don't ever want to be one of those comics and I'm standing up there like, girl, because you're excluding all the men.
Absolutely.
And I love men. So why would I do that, But I've been at the game for a long time. This is like my 30th year. I started comedy before there was a Comic View or a Def Jam or anything like that, before blacks were on TV doing comedy on a regular weekly basis. And so, if I haven't got it right by now, it should probably blow my brains out. But I think I've got it down pretty well. And I have a loyal and dedicated following that likes my ratchet self. So
yes, you do. So I was watching one of your interviews, and you said that sometimes it can feel invisible because people, they see you, but they don't really know like all the female comics. And so let's talk about that. And I don't know, I just kind of feel sometimes that the entertainment business isn't as nice to the females as they are to the men, and I feel like willing to give them opportunities. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, absolutely. They're not nice. I mean, this is a misogynistic boys club that we're in the whole entertainment industry, from studio heads to movie directors to writers to actresses to everything like that. It's really just the guys, and we have to really make our way through and persevere. I think that the top females in comedy that are making a buzz, people, know your face, but they don't know your name, household name, like they know a Mike Epps or they know a Kevin Hart. But of course, I'm not on that level, but I should be.
Yes.
And I would be, which is why I, don't give a damn who don't understand. But I'm riding with Monique on her issue, because what she is saying, and it's a long story to get to that we don't have to go time
and
to go
let's
into now.
talk about it. If for the people who don't know, Monique, she went on stage and she called out Tyler
at the Apollo.
At the Apollo, she called out Tyler Perry. She called out Oprah Lee Daniels, and she said that they were responsible for blacklisting
the alleged
her,
blackballing,
because of the way that they said that she was acting for the promo for Precious.
Right.
And so go ahead and talk about why you're on her side with that.
Well, first of all, I talked to Monique personally within the last couple of days, and I did a lot of research on this and watched a lot of interviews, podcasts, big ones, small ones, and Monique admittedly says that she messed up her relationship with her first child. She was on the road, she was getting it, she was working, she wasn't at the games and wasn't, able to be the mother that she would have liked to be with her first child, her oldest son. And she said if the Lord ever blessed her to have any more children, she was going to try to do it differently. Well, He did. The Lord gave her twins are now 11 years old, and she has another son as well. So during the, you know, it should be about your work and not how much ass you kiss with all the little schmoozing and stuff like that. And the importance that people put on the Oscar, that's great. But is it great because it's white? Because why is not the Soul Train Award as important as the Oscar? Why is not the NAACP Award as important as the Oscar?
Talk about
Why
it.
is not any of that held in such, high esteem as the Oscar because it's white? So she had issue with that. And they were like, well, we want you to go to Cannes. And she was like, well, I would love to go to Cannes, but, I got these 2 babies at home, and I'm not really feeling I don't want to go. And matter of fact, I'm not going to go. And they were like, well, no, you have to go. She's like, well, why do I have to go? Her husband was like, is there some money in it for her if she goes? And they were like, no, it's just good promo. She said, well, she doesn't want to go. We got the kids. She's not going. For that, she got condemned, and they said she's difficult. She's not playing the game. Well, it's not a game. This is what I want to do. If De Niro didn't want to go to Cannes, he didn't have to go to damn Cannes.
I was going to say that. If a man says that they want a fee for it, it's going to be okay. He's being a boss and he's standing up for himself. But if a female says that, it's not okay. She's a diva.
Yeah, and all this type of stuff. And, the work speaks for itself. She didn't go to Cannes, and she won the Oscar anyway. But what her issue is that once you win this coveted white Oscar, hashtag Oscar so white, don't forget the hashtag. Once you win this coveted Oscar, things in your life are supposed to change. Like for a comic back in the day, if you would do Johnny Carson and he asked you to come sit on the couch, the next day, you're out of here. Your phone is ringing, you're getting offers, you're going to do more movies, TV, and everything. Literally the next day, your life changes overnight. But now it's not the same. You can do Kimmel, you can do Bill Maher, you can do everything. You can do HBO specials, and literally nothing will change. Well, she won the Oscar, and then after that, you're on another level.
Yes.
You're supposed to be compensated highly for your work as an Oscar winner, not nominee, and you're supposed to get better offers for better films. And she said none of that happened for her. She was getting the same offers, little maids and bit parts and stuff like that she was getting before she won the Oscar. And it was coming with some whack-ass money. And she said, I'm not down with it, and I don't know who you fooling with, but she is from Chicago or whatever like that, and she's not playing. And they done fooled around and got a real one. They don't let a real one up in the Oscars. She will always be an Oscar winner. She will always be in a portrait that they do of the previous Oscar winners. You can't erase her no matter how mad you are at her. And by the way, Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels do not run the world. They don't even run Hollywood. They run their little segment of the world. And the Lord runs the world. And whatever the Lord has for you, no man can stop you from getting. Not Oprah, not Lee Daniels, and not Tyler Perry. And there's many, many, many other directors to work with. Shit like this makes Quentin Tarantino's, explode with excitement.
Yeah.
There's Martin Scorsese, there's George Lucas, there's many, many people to work with besides those 3. So she's not, if she was blackballed, it's a lie because she has a movie coming out and she's been producing and she has another stellar performance coming out, Blackbird or something like that, I think it's called. She did excellent work in Shadow Boxer. People don't even talk about that. That would be for Precious. So, Monique is going to be fine. But in every revolution, it takes somebody to stand up and be the Norma Ray. And every revolution, it takes somebody that people say they're crazy. Why would they do that? They're committing suicide career-wise and all this. But, you got to take chances. And the fight that she's fighting now is a fight that's going to make a difference in my career, my life, my daughter's career and her life, and the black girls after that. So I'm riding with Monique, and anybody don't like it, you can hit me on my Instagram or my Twitter, at Luenell, at Luennell. Say something ratchet, and I will block you.
Hey, I love it. But as females, we have to stand up for ourselves because I feel like we get taken advantage of, especially in this industry. So, and I think that a lot of people who aren't in this industry, they don't really understand the things that we go through. I always tell people, if you see a female in this industry, give her props because you don't know all the things she's been through. Like you, for example.
I'm sure you didn't just waltz in here with your beautiful chocolate self.
I did not.
And it's like, we welcome you. Come on, black girl here in Kansas City.
I did not.
We're going to put you on the air and you're going to take over. I'm sure you had to struggle.
No, I had to
fight. Plus, you look good. You got, who was it just stepped down now? L.A. Reid. They said he was groping on some
down,
chick,
yes.
and Cosby and all this kind of stuff. There's always people trying to get in your panties
Always.
and do all this kind of stuff, and they think that you're a certain type of way, and your intelligence and your experience should be what it's just based on, not whether you got a fat behind or a pretty smile. So, especially as radio, you ain't got to look that good for radio, but yet she does.
Well, thank you.
So we have to fight for everything that we want to get in this life, especially respect. And just because you're fighting for something doesn't mean you're a bitch
Talk
or
about
anything
it.
like that. You just standing up, you're not being quiet. They love them little mamsy-pamsy girls that just, and all this or whatever like that. That's fine. But their careers, they get them, but they're not going to last. Just like all these housewives and all these
I was going to ask you about
hip-hops
that.
and all that stuff. That's great. Get your money now, and you better invest it while you're building all these mansions, because 25 years from now, I don't know what kind of career you're going to have. By the way, half the housewives ain't even housewives.
Talk about it. So do you think that this reality shows, they frustrate me, especially, I'm okay, good for you if you had your platform as a reality show and you moved on to bigger and better things. But it frustrates me because sometimes these reality stars, they get on just because they
screwed somebody.
Exactly.
Okay.
I want to say it in a nice way, but you just cut to the chase.
I'm not a nice girl, so let me say it for you. First of all, if you have a reality show like one of the first ones, which was Ozzy Osbourne's reality show.
I love that one.
That was a real reality show. Nobody on there had butt implants. Nobody on there was trying to have set up scenes. It was really Ozzy and his family and the kids and the wife and all this type of stuff. That was a reality show. When the reality show started being about altered reality, that's when we went wrong. And plus, it has totally frustrated the legitimate union writers of Hollywood who make their bread and butter by writing shows and skits for television. They didn't have no jobs because you don't have to write for a reality show. They write themselves.
Yeah.
So and then people want to not gravitate toward the good reality show. Like Lala had a great reality show.
Yeah.
There was nobody being slapped around. She had lesbians and everything. And didn't nobody throw no water in nobody's face.
But I feel like the people didn't tune in because she didn't come with that.
They didn't
with the
tune in
drama.
because she didn't come with the drama. And they wanted drama out of Lala. Well, they got it now. But
yeah, but
I watched it because I found it entertaining. I don't watch the Mans so much. Because I just don't really have time, and it doesn't look that interesting. I think Ricky Smiley's reality show is really, really good because he's always dealing with his kids and the issues and stuff like that, and he's not out just, chasing hookers and stuff like that.
I just think that a lot of the reality shows, though, now, they're giving a false sense of reality to young women, they think that all that they need to do is date a basketball player.
Baller.
Yeah. And so to me, it's frustrating, and I like to be a positive image to the young ladies to show that you don't have to do that to get on.
I appreciate you for what you do. I really do. Because I have a young black girl.
That's what I was going to say.
And she's amazing. And she hasn't, I can't say she hasn't been affected. But
I feel like we all have.
But when she went to college, ain't no time to sit around and watch all this. So, she now knows there is life without having to sit around and watch, Love and Hip Hop. No, and I really... I on the one hand, Mona Scott is producing television and has an empire. On the other hand, at what cost to our women? It's not positive images and the culture. I've been all over the world. I've been to Africa last year and to Korea and stuff, and they don't know a lot of I'm talking about the South Africans and stuff. They don't know a lot about American blacks. All they know is from what they see on television. So they think that our women is over here popping and doing this and wearing weaves and doing all that.
When I went to Brazil, they asked me, is that real? Do they really do that with the way that they talk? And I'm like, no, not all of them, but that's just what the media portrays.
A percentage of women do, and there's a huge percentage of women who don't. Do you know how successful a reality show about blacks at Harvard would go over? Not very.
Exactly.
Because ain't nobody, they're studying and they're doing uplifting things and they're being positive and doing role models and doing combating social issues and stuff like that. Don't nobody want to see that. They want to see this girl call this girl a hoe.
Flip
they
tables.
They want to see this girl flip a table. This girl pull her weave out. This girl throw a drink.
They share the same baby daddy.
Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say I don't watch.
Okay,
I
because
can't
I watch it too. I partake in the ratchetness.
I'm not trying to get on no soapbox and be like, oh, girl, you so intelligent. No, I watch the mess too. But, it's like I wish that it would only come on in black households, Like we can see what we do and nobody else can see what we do. Like you could, fill out a survey when you get your cable. I'm black. Oh, the black programmers, they got to like this. You know what I mean? Or if I could pick myself. But I don't want other people to tell a dirty little secret about some of our bad behavior.
Yeah. The kitchen table talk. We can keep it, behind closed tables, behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we went off on a rant with that one. But you know
what?
It needs to be talked about.
It does need to be talked about. God, you should run for mayor. It does need to be talked about, and a lot of things need to be talked about. And what Monique did needed to be talked about.
Yes.
At least it's opened up a dialogue because there's people who are like, oh, I hope she's Wendy cracked the other day, but I hope she saved her money. I said, well, Lee Daniels told Howard Stern told Gabonese Sidibe the same thing. I hope that you had a good time on Precious because you'll probably never work again.
Look at her
on
on
to
Empire.
work with Eddie Murphy immediately after that.
Very
she's on
successful.
the highest viewed television show right now, and she's got a stellar and wonderful career, and she's making movies and making moves and having a happy life. You can't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. You make your own way in this way. You can sit and let it happen. You can get off your behind and go make it happen.
Boom. Talk about it. Luenell, I had such a good time with you today.
Maybe I'll run for mayor.
Luenell for mayor.
I got a record. I can't run for mayor. But anyway, you can come out and hear more of my views
at the
Kansas City Improv this weekend. I got 2 shows tonight. We had one last night. It was amazing, except for that hail and that rain. I was not down with that.
It was like someone was throwing ice cubes.
I thought the roof was going to cave in on me. And I was like, oh, please. I always did say I want to die on stage, but I didn't want it to be last night, And so 2 shows tonight. 2 shows on Saturday and 1 on the Sabbath. Come on out and repent.
ImprovKC.com. That's where you can get your tickets. Thank you so much for stopping by, and you can always come by here.
I'm very happy to see you again. Keep holding it down.
Thank you.
And one day you probably own a whole radio station. That's what I wish for you.
Well, thank you. This is Magic 107.3.